today I'm reviewing the JART Peptidin Radiance Serum. And really quick, I just want to say I purchase all these products with my own money. So if you want to help keep the channel independent, check out my products at the Amazon link below. So the JART brand recently released two peptidin serums. The one I'm reviewing today is the Radiance Serum in the pink bottle. You can check out my previous review of the JART Peptidin Firming Serum. And you'll see that there is one big difference between the two. And there's one that I would recommend to people and one I would recommend avoiding. So I'm going to let you guys know my thoughts on this one based on my Sarah score scale. And if you want to check out my review for the previous peptidin, I will put the link in the description so you can check that out as well. So my first criteria is packaging, and they've done a nice job packaging this also in a dropper bottle that is more travel friendly than the average dropper bottle. So you just unscrew it and the dropper kind of falls into place there. So I like the fact that they've done it in a nice bottle with a dropper, but it's more travel friendly. It's not going to leak like average typical dropper bottles do, or that rubber squeeze thing always breaks after a while or gets worn out. So they've done a very nice job packaging this. I love the packaging and fun. My second criteria is alcohol, and this is where JART made a misstep. The brand included denatured alcohol as the fifth ingredient in this serum, which is probably a reason why I haven't had great results with this one. Denatured alcohol is just very drying to the skin. Even if you have oily skin, you're better off avoiding it. I even think denatured alcohol, when you use too much of it with oily skin, it can almost make the skin overreact and produce more oil because it's shocked, because it's being so dried from the alcohol. So I'm glad that it's not the first 1 or 2 or 3 ingredients, but still 5, it's pretty high. And even if you're, there's different schools of thought. Some skincare companies or people will say, the first 6 ingredients, anything after that doesn't matter. And there's some people that say, every ingredient matters. Your skin's absorbing a little bit of it. So either skincare kind of thought group you're in, it's not good that it's that high up on the list. So yeah, unfortunately they included a lot of that. So that makes me not like this one as much. So, and I should mention that the blue serum that I reviewed does not contain denatured alcohol. So that is a good thing. So my third criteria is fragrance, and they included 2 again, bergamot and then lavender. I know some people, there's different groups of thought. Some people think that lavender is not a big deal. They're not high up on the list of ingredients, so it's not as big of an issue if it were very, very scented. The scent dissipates almost immediately, so it's not a big issue, but the product would probably be better off without those included. So especially with the alcohol, sometimes the combination of denatured alcohol and a lot of fragrance can really irritate skin, especially if you have very sensitive or dry skin. So probably better without it, but for me it's not a deal breaker. So it's not overly scented like some things are. So, and then my fourth criteria is the manufacturing location, and this is made in Korea, so no issues there. I've got a lot of Korean products coming up that I'm going to be reviewing soon, so if you're a K-beauty fan or wanting to learn more about it, definitely stay tuned for my other videos coming up. I've got a lot of new K-beauty stuff in. So my fifth criteria is ease of use, and it's very easy to use. You just want to drop a few drops into your hand, and it smooths over pretty easily over your skin. And it does set or dry rather quickly, probably because of the denatured alcohol. But it does leave skin with a little bit of a sheen, so that's kind of nice. So I guess that's probably how they named it the Radiance one, because it does dry, but it leaves skin with a little bit of sheen still to it, so it leaves your skin looking glowy. So very easy to use. A little bit goes a very long way. You'll probably notice that too. And I didn't have any issues layering this. If you already have a good skincare routine, you're going to want to use this after a toner and essence. Use this. And then if you have a cream or a moisturizer or a sunscreen or foundation or anything that you're going to use those after this. You want to apply your skincare products in order of viscosity or thickness. So the thinnest or the most watery use first, all the way up until the last one, which is going to be the thickest one, or your thickest cream or moisturizer or balm. So use those towards the end of your routine. And of course, if you're using this during the daytime, always apply a sunblock afterwards. You're going to want to use that. So very easy to use. My sixth criteria is antioxidants, and they have done a lot of good stuff with this one, as well as the blue product. But this has niacinamide in it. Peach flower extract is in this one. It's not in the blue product. Peach is becoming very popular, especially in a lot of K-beauty products, so that's a good antioxidant. It also has peach leaf extract, so it's got peach flower extract and peach leaf extract. It's got algae, Camellia japonica flower extract, which is great antioxidant, oat kernel, aspartic acid, lysine, proline, and then at the end again, 8 peptides. So the blue one has 8 peptides at the end of the list. The pink one does as well. So the name Peptidin definitely has resonated because they've included 8 of them. A lot of companies tend to throw in 1 or 2 maybe. And I've even seen some products that are called like peptidin creams or peptide creams or, you know, moisturizer with peptides, and there's none in there. So, or they just focused on amino acids and not, yeah. So anyway, they definitely have done their work and included a lot of good peptides in it. So it's nice to see. So, and then my 7th criteria is animal testing. And unfortunately, as of right now, the Dr. JART brand is not cruelty-free, but hopefully that will change soon. My 8th criteria is performance. And like I said, Radiance is a good name for it because it sets to kind of a glowy finish on your skin. Not really sticky, but just a kind of a glowy sheen to it, which probably gives it probably why they named it Radiance. So initially it feels hydrating, but in the long run, with that denatured alcohol being so high up on the list, your skin in the long run is not going to be very happy with it. But on initial use and short-term use, definitely feels like it performs nicely and hydrates your skin. Over the long run, it's probably not going to be the truth with that alcohol in there, but your skin usually doesn't react immediately to things, and sometimes it can be kind of over time, it just builds. So, but in the short term, definitely performs okay. So my 9th criteria is the price, and it's the same price as the other peptidin formula, which is $48 for 1.3 ounces. So just remember, most serums you get and pick up are 1 ounce. The majority of them are. So they've thrown in about a third more. So the price for me is rational. I don't think it's ridiculously expensive, especially when you're getting about a third more than the average serum. And the average serum usually costs, depends on where you're picking them up, Sephora or Ulta, you know, $30, $40, $50, and you can definitely spend more. So I don't think the price is outrageous in my opinion. So, and then on to my 10th criteria, which is the it factor. And I really wish I could have loved this more. The inclusion of the denatured alcohol was just a deal breaker for me, really. I have dry, sensitive skin. And the nice thing is when I use this, in the short term, my skin felt nice, but in the long run, it's just not going to be usable for me, just especially with winter coming up and things like that. So had they left out that alcohol, I think this review would have been completely different. But that's not where we're at now. So in my opinion, if you have a choice between the pink and the blue one, definitely go with the blue one. I'll do a versus video of them too, so I can kind of compare and contrast more. But those are kind of my thoughts on it. So the Radiance Firming Pink Peptidin from Dr. JART got a 6 out of 10, which is still okay. They could have done better, but they didn't. So maybe they'll change things. I don't know. We'll see. So anyway, I'm interested if you guys have had a chance to try this out yet or not. And if you have, what your thoughts are, or if you have any questions or comments, definitely leave them. I love hearing from you guys. And check out nobsbeauty.com and the Amazon link below. Thank you so much, guys.